online certificate course on multifaceted aspects of Bodh Gaya and philosophy and teachings of Buddhism. Just a second. I request you all to please put your cameras on so that we are able to see each other if possible. I also request you to please keep your mics on mute. I wish to take the opportunity to welcome His Excellency Major General Wetsop Namgyal, the Ambassador Royal Bhutanese Embassy, who has given his kind consent for the inaugural session of the course. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time from your busy schedule and be present with here today. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to inform that Dr. Sachidanand Joshi, Member Secretary IGNCA, is unable to join us today due to unavoidable reasons. He has extended his apologies to all of us present here. Just a brief about Deshkal Society. Deshkal Society has been working in the thematic areas of heritage, culture, and school education through Bodhi Kendra and Bodh Gaya Global Dialogues, which is a platform for expression of experiences, reflections, and insights from plural perspectives at the intersections of heritage, education, and sustainability for building a future on the foundation of Buddha's legacy of enlightenment and compassion. Today's session is presented in dual mode. One can join on Google Meet, and we are also live on YouTube on our page. I request Sanjay sir to please share the brief about the course with us. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Survi. It is a great honor and privilege to welcome His Excellency Ambassador Bhutan in India in the second time, as well as the distinguished guest and the course participants. Just I would like to bring to your attention to the course participants and the honorable guest. When in fact in the last year in August we have a plan out to this course, and we have make a conclusion who will be the appropriate person on the occasion of the launch of the course as part of the chief guest. And we have received consistent support and guidance from His Excellency. So it is a great matter of privilege and an honor for us and for Indira Gandhi National Culture for the Art. Okay, this time we have requested the esteemed office of the Bhutan Embassy in India and His Excellency, and they generously consider our request and to be present as part of the chief guest for the today program. I would like to invite the chief guest for the today program. Just I would like to a brief overview about the course on multifaceted aspect of Bodh Gaya and philosophy and teaching of Buddhism. In this background, I would like to just briefly share the two specific points. One, in South Asia, especially in India, it is a unique code which connect with the Buddhist sides as well as the philosophy and teaching of Buddhism. There is no need to explain about there are thousands of the Buddhist sites in South Asia and neighboring countries, including in India. But this course emerged through the process of the consultative, the multi-stakeholder, including the public sector, institution, those who are associated with the South Asia and Southeast Asia, as well as the leading institution of the government of India. First thing. And second, I think so you should keep in mind, compare any place which you call the cultural and religious place. Bodh Gaya is an exceptional and unique place which is known as an international and global plus, not in a contemporary world, but also you go before the 2005 years ago when Buddha is born and got enlightened in Bodh Gaya. So my concern is it is a special, unique, innovative course which we have launched this course. As for the brief of the course, just in fact, I would like to share with His Excellency as well as the course participants. The course bring together the information from variety of discipline, religion, heritage, art, and history to highlight their various findings and perspectives regarding the different facets of Bodhgaya past and present and the philosophy and teaching of Buddhism. The interdisciplinary multi-instructor course provide an introduction to Bodhgaya and Buddhism within the context of development in India and the world, particularly South Asia and Southeast Asia. Whether you are new to the study of Bodhgaya and Buddhism or have been studying it or practicing it for years, this course will provide you with the opportunity to become acquainted with the multifaceted aspects of Bodhgaya and the variety of Buddhist philosophy and teaching, while guiding you to think about them and yourself in new way. In this para, just I would like to sharing the specific context about the innovative pedagogy of this course. Of course, I think so. The expert and the course instructor will make their own lecture and view on these themes. But we expect from the course participant, always you think out the core philosophy of Buddhism, you think about critically about the lesson and the teaching which will be taught during the course. Through a combination of carefully selected readings, both scriptural and informational, as well exposure to various forms of Buddhist practice, such as art, devotional acts, and literary work, you will learn how to interpret and reflect upon the teaching of the Buddha to your own life and deepen your understanding of Buddhism. The diverse and highly qualified program faculty will present a variety of intellectual and historical viewpoints, creating a stimulating milieu in which genuine inquiry can occur. Participants are encouraged to examine their own cultural and intellectual assumptions as they pursue this study in the challenging and supporting environment. Just I do suggest you just look at our website, and we are very happy to share to almost all who are associated with as the course expert or you can say the teacher of this to facilitate of the course, either associated with the Indian universities or the institute or the abroad. They are known, they are very selective, and they are very interactive with the course participants. At the end, I think so. We are very pleased to share with you that we have already completed 2 batches of the course. In this course, I think so more than 200 students have joined this course in the 2 batches, and they succeeded around more than 80% and got certificate from the Indira Gandhi Universal Culture for the Arts in association with Deshkal Society. But interesting data in this context, around 40% of the students particularly associated with the South Asia and Southeast Asia, including Japan, Thailand, Vietnam, as well as the United States of America, and 60% across India have joined in 2 batches of the course. At the end, I think so. Just I would like to share a testimony which made by a course participant in the first batch of the course participant. Her name is Yuko Naka, and come from Japan. How she has felt and realized and learned through the course. So it is very important to share about her testimony with you and with our chief guest of His Excellency of Bhutan. her testimony, just I would like to read out in front of you. The course has enriched me with knowledge about Buddhism and with insight into the cultures and multiple layers of archaeology and history of Bodh Gaya. It had also further sparked my interest to visit India. The lecture were rich with information and pictures. I wish I had been there in India to experience the things discussed during lectures myself. But looking at the picture helped me to get a glimpse of what is being explained. I particularly enjoyed the philosophy of Buddhism. Being raised in a Japanese family, I was familiar with some Buddhist ritual, but not the actual philosophy behind it. It was a great opportunity for learning and reflection for me. I also enjoyed realizing the different interpretation and practices of Buddhism. I would have appreciated more if there were sessions where participants could interact with each other. I'm very grateful for all the knowledge and connection the course has given me. I know all of you basically look forward to connect and get inside the speech to be delivered by the today chief guest, by His Excellency. So without sparing more time from our side, may I invite to His Excellency on this occasion, and just I would like to brief introduce uh, to the chief guest. His Excellency is known Major General Vetsop Namgyal was commissioned from the Indian Military Academy in 1972. He joined the Royal Body of Guards and was appointed at 8-day camp in a short form, which is called ADG, to His Majesty the Fourth King in 1974. After his promotion to the rank of colonel in 1989, he served as principal, ADC, and military secretary to His Majesty the Fourth King, as well as a senior member of the Royal Secretariat. He was awarded the highest military medal, Drak Yugal, in 2004 and promoted to the rank of Major General in 2005. He received the prestigious Trang Thatse, Heart Son of Bhutan medal from His Majesty the King in 2010. Major General Vetsop Nangyal has been serving as Bhutan ambassador to India since January 2009. May I request you to Major General, His Excellency Major General Nangyal, kindly to make his speech and a reflective remark on this occasion. Sir, just I would like to request and invite to kindly advise and guide to us and the course participant. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Shri Sanjay Kumar, founder Deshkal Society, Ms. Sulbi Maure, participants of this evening's event. I wish you all a very good evening. I thank IGNCA and Deshkal Society for inviting me to this evening's event on the online certificate course on the multifaceted aspects of Bodh Gaya and the philosophy and teachings of Buddhism. I am neither a scholar nor an expert on Buddhism, so I am not really qualified to speak as a guest of honor at such a scholarly event. The only relevance I can see for my presence here this evening is that I am a Buddhist and I come from a Buddhist country. Buddhism came to Bhutan in the 7th century and took root with the arrival of Guru Padmasambhava, who is looked upon as the second Buddha. Buddhism gave us our rich cultural heritage and provided a strong foundation for our value system, which in turn shaped our unique national identity. Under the wise leadership of the great religious leader and statesman, Shabdung Namgyal, in the first half of the 17th century, Buddhism was also instrumental in uniting Bhutan as a nation state. Buddhism is a living religion and a way of life for us in Bhutan. The initiation to this way of life starts with the auspicious Buddhist purification ritual that takes place just 3 days after a child is born. Every house in Bhutan has a dedicated room for a shrine that contains the images of Lord Buddha, Guru Padmasambhava, Shabdanga Namge, and other Buddhist deities. The Bhutanese child grows up observing parents and family members offering water, incense, and prayers before the shrine every morning. Annual pujas for the well-being of the family are performed in this room. Parents also take children with them to visit the monasteries in or near their villages during annual religious festivals. With a curious child, like children everywhere, asking questions and the parents giving their answers, it is natural for the children in Bhutan to grow up with a sense of faith and respect for the Buddha and Guru Padmasambhava. In the process, a deep sense of Buddhist values are instilled in the Bhutanese people right from their childhood. There are many sacred monasteries and Buddhist sites in our country, the most revered being the ones visited by Guru Padmasambhava, especially the places where he has stayed in meditation. With the pujas and religious ceremonies performed in these monasteries and religious sites by the local people, these places have accumulated a lot of positive energy over the years, making them popular destinations for pilgrimage by the people from other districts in Bhutan. As we follow the Mahayana and Vajrayana Buddhism in Bhutan, Guru Padmasambhava and his manifestations and other Buddhist deities of the Vajrayana provide the focus for prayers and meditational practice. However, Lord Buddha remains the central figure in the minds and hearts of the Bhutanese people as the founder of the Buddha Dharma. And his image occupies the central position in the shrines inside Bhutanese houses and the monasteries across our country. That is why the people of Bhutan have a special feeling of goodwill and appreciation for India as the land from where Buddhism came to Bhutan. And it is the wish of every Bhutanese to go on pilgrimage to Bodh Gaya at least once in their lifetime. Some even go annually. At this point, I would like to express a personal view about religion. The human mind has always sought answers to how we came to exist, the purpose of this life, and what will come after when we die. We seek the answers through religion and also through science. The answers provided by religion are more philosophical, and they are reinforced by the faith and belief inspired by the founders of the religions. It is my view that all religions are good, and it is culturally more practical and beneficial to follow the religion that one is born into. While the two most widely followed religions, Christianity and Islam, which were founded in the Middle East, have supplanted earlier religions in many countries where they flourish today, they now provide the foundation of the rich cultural heritage and value systems in these countries. In this context, India is very remarkable. India is the home of Hinduism, the oldest religion in the world, which has the third largest number of followers, the vast majority of whom are living in the very land where it was founded more than 4,000 years ago. India is also the land where Buddhism and Jainism were founded more than 2,500 years ago. and where Sikhism was founded around the end of the 15th century. The great Swami Vivekananda, who advocated harmony among religions, said that he believed not only in universal toleration, but accepted all religions as true. Speaking on the topic of the common ground of religious unity, he said, and I quote, "The Christian is not to become a Hindu or a Buddhist, nor a Hindu or a Buddhist to become a Christian, but each must assimilate the spirit of the others and yet preserve his individuality and grow according to his own law of growth." End of quote. As we live in an increasingly interconnected world, where religion continues to be important for many people, but religion is also a divisive issue, it is important to learn and understand the beliefs and philosophies of other religions. I believe that gaining a good understanding of other religions will make us better practitioners of our own religion. It is in this spirit that I express my deep appreciation to IGNCA and Deshkar Society for organizing the online course on the multifaceted aspects of Bodh Gaya and the philosophy and teachings of Buddhism. Buddhism is the fourth largest religion in the world, with about 500 million followers. As the sacred place where Lord Buddha gained enlightenment, Bodh Gaya is a cherished pilgrimage destination for all Buddhists. The course syllabus for the online classes, which has been outlined, is both comprehensive and interesting. It covers all the branches of Buddhist philosophy and teachings, including a section on the multifaceted religion sites of Bodh Gaya in the course is important, given the very close links between Buddhism, Hinduism, and Jainism. The section of the syllabus on art and archaeology will provide an enriching understanding of the historical background of Bodh Gaya. The fourth section on heritage covers how people engage with Bodh Gaya today. It also focuses on important Buddhist societies and the many Buddhist monasteries established in Bodh Gaya. It provides information on issues, claims, and contestations from the 19th and 20th centuries and highlights the increasing number of activities like dialogues and different festivities and events held under the Buddhist calendar in Bodh Gaya. Allow me now to share some thoughts on the philosophy and teachings of Buddhism. After gaining enlightenment, Lord Buddha gave teachings for 45 years. That is a very long time for an enlightened master to impart teachings to his followers, and it is quite understandable that many different schools of Buddhism came up after the Theravada or the old school. Scholars today have a vast wealth of teachings and philosophies to study. Practitioners can look for masters and teachers in the different branches of Buddhist schools to impart teachings and to guide them in their meditational practice. One important philosophy of the Mahayana is the doctrine of compassion and the way of the Bodhisattva that places the salvation and well-being of all sentient beings above the practitioner's own interest and aspiration. For most of us, I believe that it will be useful to reflect on the very first teaching Lord Buddha gave in the Deer Park in Sarnath, the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, the very foundation of Buddhism. How simple and yet so profound it is when we reflect on the Four Noble Truths. There is suffering. Just reflect on that, and it is a fact. There is a cause to suffering, which is desire and craving. I think that can be understood by everyone. Suffering can be ended, and that is a positive message. And there is a way to the end or cessation of suffering. And this is the middle path, or more specifically, the Noble Eightfold Path. How simple and yet how so difficult it is for us to implement the Noble Eightfold Path, which calls for us to practice right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. We can all understand the meaning of these eight sections of the Noble Eightfold Path. But when we try to implement it, we all realize how difficult it is. But yet, this is the very foundation of the Buddhism and the enlightenment which the Lord Buddha was trying to teach to all his disciples. We need to understand that thought is the origin of concept for action, and it is expressed through speech. Livelihood provides the means for us to live and apply the required effort for acting on our thoughts. But the good result can be achieved only through correct mindfulness and proper concentration and proper action. The key to the correct implementation of the Noble Eightfold Path lies in maintaining equanimity and avoiding the two extremes in the 8 elements of the Noble Path. We all know that the Buddha came to the conclusion that both the 6 years of extreme austerity he practiced and the life of luxury he lived as a prince was not the way to find enlightenment. It was only after meditating on the middle path under the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya that the door to Nirvana was finally opened and Siddhartha Gautama emerged from meditation as the Buddha. I believe that the middle path applies not just to practicing the Dharma. It also provides the key to living a holistic life as laypersons and responsible citizens of our countries. The world today faces many challenges, from unbridled consumerism and global warming to pandemics and the menace of terrorism and war. Taking a middle path that avoids extreme actions and thoughts and reactions could provide a more balanced and less contentious approach to meeting the challenges facing our world today. I conclude my brief talk on this note and offer my best wishes to the organizers, lecturers, and participants of this course on the multifaceted aspects of Bodh Gaya and the philosophy and teachings of Buddhism. May the course bring a better understanding of the Buddha's teachings and a greater appreciation of the importance of Bodh Gaya as the birthplace of the Buddha Dharma. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the insightful speech. We all are greatly delighted and inspired by this speech and reflective remark on the multidimensional aspect of Bodh Gaya and Buddhism. I'm thinking as a pedagogue, your speech not only provide the wider context and perspective of the course participants, but also created a ground through which there are many specific lessons and content which will be enrich the course pedagogy and the context. Second point, I think so, I would like to bring to your attention, particularly the course participant who have joined together in this speech. I think so, as per the Buddhism and Bodhya, it is not a linear discourse. Instead of, it is a multiple context. The context with reference to art, religion, history, one, and also it is very important the context which provide in this speech, which we have learned by speech by from His Excellency, the international context. And in the background of the international context, always you should keep in mind this course basically provide the approach and perspective in a pedagogic sense, which you can call the comparative perspective. And the last and an important thing we have learned through this speech, or you can say we get insight from the speech, at least I got deeply enlightened by this speech. So I'd like to, particularly the last point, I think very, very significant. When you think about the Buddhism, in a not a conventional, a narrow sense of the religion, always in a critical way and in a wider context, which Buddhist religion, those who practice in Buddhism or believe in Buddhism or to explore and understand the Buddhism, I think so, we understand the culture, history, and philosophy. It is very important. I don't know if it is an appropriate statement or not, but which I have learned from His Excellency's speech, Buddhism, not a mere just a religion, but I think so it is exceptional religion in the world. I think so they create a strong ground through which understand the world in terms of the philosophical context or in terms of the social change and development of the world, particularly those who fall under the category of, you can say, the weaker section or the downtrodden or disadvantaged community and the society. Again, in fact, I'm deeply honored by speech delivered by His Excellency, and hope very soon we look forward to meet in his esteemed office and share what is the future plan for strengthening and broadening this course and the relationship between Bhutan and India. I think so. Before me, I invite Surabhi Maurya, Communication Officer of Deshkal Society, to deliver a vote of thanks. I do request you kindly to make a present of 75 second, I think so, 1.5 minute video, which encapsulate the very brief and precise of the course. So Surabhi Maurya, kindly to present this video, the course participant, and in honor of His Excellency.
Thank you, sir. Once again, I would like to thank His Excellency for his words of encouragement and wishes on the inauguration of the third batch of the online course. Thank you very much, sir. We will now be joyfully watching a small video to recapitulate about the course. I'll just screen share.
Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts and Deshkal Society present an online certificate multidisciplinary course on Buddhism and Bodhgaya. The course brings together the information from a variety of disciplines, religion, heritage, and art and its history, to highlight their various findings and perspectives regarding the different facets of Bodhgaya, past and present, and the philosophy and teachings of Buddhism.
This course basically emerged out of the first two dialogues that Deshkal organized in 2018-19 and 1920. These global dialogues were based on largely capturing history of Bodhgaya, understanding Bodhgaya through multidisciplinary lenses. So during those conversations, we realized that there is a necessity to think about Bodhgaya not simplistically from historical perspective, but also from a contemporary perspective.
The diverse and highly qualified program faculty will present a variety of intellectual and historical viewpoints, creating a stimulating milieu in which genuine inquiry can occur.
All these participants are not only just students, they are eminent professionals, eminent scholars belonging to different fields, and they just want to sort of come and learn and understand about the nuances of this course. So I'm happy to see not only the number of participants, but the quality of participants.
Participants are encouraged to examine their own cultural and intellectual assumptions as they pursue this in a challenging and supportive environment. Participants of the course are expected to watch video lectures, join interactive video discussions with faculty, and participate in discussion forums.
I'm Yoko from Japan, who has participated in the first batch of the online certificate course on Bodh Gaya and Buddhism. The course has enriched me with knowledge about Buddhism and with insights into the cultures and multiple layers of archaeology and history of Bodh Gaya. I particularly enjoy the philosophies of Buddhism.
Yeah, so may I request you to, should we come? See, I'll have a course participant for today, and also you'll make an announcement for the future plan.
Right. Thank you, everyone. I would now like to extend my vote of thanks to our esteemed guests and course participants. Thank you all for taking out time on a weekday to be here with us today. A special thanks to our guest of honor, Honorable Ambassador Major General Wetsob Namgyal, Royal Bhutanese Embassy, New Delhi, for accepting our invitation and for being here with us. Your thoughts have truly inspired us, sir. Thank you, sir, for always supporting and guiding us. Sincere thanks to all the course participants who made today's session a wonderful and a memorable one. I would be failing my duty if I do not thank Sanjay sir and all the team members from Deshkal Society working behind the team who would have made this day possible. Once again, a big thanks to each and every one of you for taking out time to be there with us today, and look forward to attending the online course with you all. In the end, I would like to inform the course participants that on next Saturday, that is 26th of November, we will be having the first lecture of the course, and I'll be soon updating you on the timings and the joining link. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. So formally, we will end up this program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.